Hey everyone, it's Jenny here from Handmade Papercraft. Today I am sharing with you a card using Singing Marci from La La Land Crafts. This is a super sweet image. Unfortunately it is retired at the moment, but I have been able to track down a couple of the rubber stamps. So I have linked up those in the description box below the video and also on my blog so you can check them out. I have actually spoken to the owner of La La Land Crafts and she is looking at checking to see if she's got any more stock left. So if you're interested in this image, please let us know. So I actually use the digital version of this stamp, so I've printed it out onto some Express-It blending cardstock using my Brother laser printer, and I'm using Copic markers to colour her up. I'll have all of those listed on my blog so you can check those out there. And we're just working our way through. So this was actually made for an order. A lady contacted me and asked me if I could make a card for her little sister. She loves to sing and it's her sweet 16th. So this image was absolutely perfect for her, and I tried to make it nice and personalised for her. So she does have black hair, so we're colouring it up using some of the dark C markers. Just working out here where to put all of those shadows in on the hair and blending it all out. Working my way through. Sometimes with hair like this I like to just try and section it and then go from one bit to the next. So just finishing up the last bit of the hair here, just the top sections, and blending it all out nice and quickly. There's also a singing Luca image as well. So for those of you who know your La La Land Crafts, Luca is her partner in crime. I have that one as well. So hopefully I can get some images made up with that. So now I am moving on to her dress. So this young lady's favourite colour is purple. So we are using some greys and some purples on her. Sorry, just coming back in, my video camera has cut out there, so I just had to do a second lot of voiceover. So I'm just working on her dress here. I'm just using some of the light end markers just to give like a light grey sort of colouring, and then I'm going in with some of my V markers. So I'm using VO4, VO6 and VO9. So I'm just laying down a coat of the lightest colour first, and then I'll go back in and go darkest to lightest. So just working out where all my shadows are going to be, and then I'll pop all of the dark colour in and then start blending it out. With colours like these V markers, they don't blend 100% straight away, so I try to keep section by section so that it's still nice and moist with the marker. I try not to move on to the next area with too much time in between. So I'm just working my way through, blending this all out. It did take a little bit of time with her dress, and I did have to go back in and add a little bit more of that lighter marker. But I'm loving the way that it's turning out. These markers look absolutely gorgeous together. So just blending out that last section of her dress. And now working on the headband. Just about done. I'm now going to go in and fussy cut the image. So I'm using my EK Success Cutter Bee scissors to do that. So just remembering to make sure that you're turning the cardstock rather than the scissors. That'll give you that nice soft cut all the way around. So just cutting around her hair. And then I'll go in using my Tombow dual-ended marker and I'll run around the outside to give it that black around the edge, adding on some Wink of Stella. I'll go in with that marker in a second. And I always go from the outside to the front when I'm using this marker, just so that I don't accidentally draw on my image. So this is her all coloured up. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And now we're going to get started on the card. So I've got a Kucha Creations card base here, and I'm just using some black American Crafts cardstock. And then I've got this gorgeous purple cardstock from one of my paper pads. And I'm using the My Favorite Things Celebrate word die. And I'm just going to run that through with some leftover bits of cardstock, and I'm going to layer it up. So I'm just trying to work out the placement of her hands here, as I didn't want to cover too much of her up. And I'm using my favorite things number dies. This is the big numbers, and I've cut them out using white cardstock, just some of the leftover Express It blending card, and I'm going in with my Copic markers so I can try and keep the purples much the same as what I've used in the dress. So just step by step, just while it's still moist. And I'm just working on my layout. So here I am, I'm going to layer up the celebrate word. So I'm just slotting it back into the outer section there, and then I'm going to glue them all together. Just using, and then I decided to do the same thing with the numbers as well, and just slightly off center them so that you could see just a little tiny bit of that black in the background. And I am using a old set of dies from La La Land Crafts. This is the Treble die set. I absolutely love it. So it's the Heart Treble to be exact. And I've just run it through with some glitter cardstock. And now I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to fit those numbers onto the card. Using my Scotch ATG to add all of those pattern papers together. And just using some Tombow Mono Multi liquid adhesive. Don't need a lot of this glue, and I decided to add a black treble behind as well, just to, again, just let it pop off the cardstock a little bit. Adding in some of those music notes, and now I'm going to attach it to the front of the Kucha Creations card base. And here I am just adding some white cardstock to the center of the card, and I'm just using a Martha Stewart's heart punch to pop some hearts on the inside of the card. So the card's pretty much done. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!